Episode 258, An Island Balancing Heritage and Modernity on the World Stage. Copyright 2026, 1966 to 2026. ISBN 978-976-978-2624. Welcome to today's episode of Island Insights. I am your host, Dr. William Anderson Gittins, D.D., from the beautiful island of Barbados. Today, we're diving into the complexities of cultural, social, and economic development in Barbados. As a cultural theorist, media arts specialist, and Doctor of Divinity, I am excited to reference my own work, An Island Balancing Heritage and Modernity on the World Stage. Copyright 2026, 1966 to 2026. ISBN 978-976-978-2624 by Dr. William Anderson Gittins, D.D., 1966 to 2026. This podcast, which is also captured and framed in publication 427, provides an insightful look at over 6 decades of change on this beautiful island, especially after our transition to a republic in 2021. The concept of self-examination is a linguistic tool constructed since it plays a vital role in biblical teachings, with key verses such as 2 Corinthians 13:5, urging believers to assess their faith, and Psalm 139:23-24, inviting a divine scrutiny of one's innermost thoughts and intentions. These theological reflections provide the foundation for understanding the role of cultural identity in the modern world, especially as it pertains to nations like Barbados. In An Island Balancing Heritage and Modernity on the World Stage, Gittins 2026, I proffer a comprehensive assessment of Barbados's socio-economic and cultural evolution from its independence in 1966 through its transition to a republic in 2021 and the anticipated developments into 2026. This framework addresses how cultural identity, political dynamics, economic change, demographic patterns, globalization, and migration influence the nation's trajectory. It examines various aspects such as tourism, governance challenges, and cultural preservation, offering insights into how Barbados navigates being a small island, developing state amidst rapid global transformations. Because they are essential to my academic and creative work as a cultural theorist, author, media arts specialist, podcaster, and Doctor of Divinity, I propose the abstract reviews because of the aforementioned. I improve media quality, foster intercultural communication, encourage creative inquiry, and contribute to scholarly discourse through ongoing review. Inspired by these dedications, I created An Island Balancing Heritage and Modernity on the World Stage, Gittins 2026, a critical analysis of the development of Barbadian society over 60 years. The cultural tapestry of Barbados, historical foundations, and cultural continuity. Barbadian culture is grounded in its historical trajectory, shaped by its pre-colonial, colonial, and post-colonial experiences. The island's indigenous Arawak and Carib peoples were displaced following British settlement in 1627 and the establishment of sugar plantations reliant on enslaved African labor significantly impacted the island's demographic and cultural landscape. Beckles, 2018. The legacies of this plantation society have influenced Barbadian identity through social hierarchies, political structures, and religious practices. Independence in 1966 marked a turning point, transitioning Barbados from a colonial outpost to a democratic nation-state focused on education, cultural preservation, and political stability. Braffett, 2019. In 2021, the transition to a republic further reaffirmed the nation's sovereignty. Williams, 2021. Since 1966, Barbados has shifted from a low-income economy centered on sugar production to a high-income economy focused on tourism and the offshore industry. The Economic Recovery and Transformation Plan, BERT, continues to drive this transformation, aiming to boost competitiveness and attract foreign investment. Government of Barbados, 2025. Sustainable growth remains a priority as Barbados strives to balance economic goals with cultural preservation and environmental sustainability. Language, identity, and cultural expression. Language plays a critical role in shaping cultural identity in Barbados. While English remains the official language, Bajan Creole, an English-based Creole influenced by West African languages such as Igbo, serves as the medium for everyday expression. Hines, 2021. The term, I quote, Bajan, end quote, itself holds historical significance, reflecting a blend of African, British, and local linguistic traditions. It has become a marker of pride and identity for Barbadians. OED, 2024. Festival, music, and performing arts. Barbadian culture thrives through its artistic traditions. The Cropover Festival, a celebration that began during the era of slavery, now stands as the island's largest cultural event, encompassing music, dance, and artistic performances. Smith, 2022. Musical genres such as soca, calypso, spooge, and reggae reflect the island's hybrid heritage and serve as forms of artistic expression and political commentary. Additionally, cricket remains a national pastime, symbolizing Barbadian masculinity and pride. Jones, 2023. Demographic composition and social dynamics. Barbados's population is predominantly of African descent, 92%, with smaller communities of mixed race, European, East Indian, Chinese, and Middle Eastern descent. Government of Barbados, 2024. The nation's social values emphasize respect, politeness, community-mindedness, and education, with modernity bringing new attitudes and shifting gender roles among younger generations. Helpful Professor, ND. Tourism relocation and economic transformation. Tourism as an economic lifeline. Tourism is a central pillar of Barbados's economy, contributing approximately 12% to GDP. Inter-American Development Bank, IDB, 2021. However, dependence on tourism exposes the island to global economic downturns, pandemics, and climate change risk. Diversity. The tourism sector, through ecotourism, culinary tourism, and digital nomad residency programs, is essential for mitigating these vulnerabilities. Gittins, 2026. Barbados has seen increasing interest from expatriates, retirees, digital nomads, and business professionals seeking residency. Programs like the Barbados Welcome Stamp aim to attract remote workers, helping to boost the economy through international talent and foreign exchange. Global Forum on Migration and Development, GFMDND. The island has experienced significant economic transformation since independence, shifting from agriculture to a service-based economy. This evolution is driven by tourism, international business, and technology services, GFMDND. Governance, political dynamics, and public institutions. Barbados is politically stable and operates under a parliamentary republic system dominated by the Barbados Labour Party, BLP, and the Democratic Labour Party, DLP. The transition to a republic in 2021 marked a continued process of decolonization. Nation News Desk 2025. The civil service is structured to ensure fairness and meritocracy, with recent reforms focusing on digital transformation and performance-based evaluations. Government of Barbados 2025. Religion, education, and social institutions. Religious diversity in Barbados includes over 100 religious groups, with Christianity, primarily Anglicanism, being the most widely practiced U.S. Department of State 2018. The island's education system is among the most developed in the Caribbean, with a literacy rate exceeding 98%. Education remains a key driver of social mobility and national unity. Invest Barbados 2024. Policy recommendations for future improvements. To ensure long-term prosperity, Barbados must balance cultural preservation with modernization. Key recommendations include strengthening cultural preservation, safeguard Bajan Creole, expand heritage tourism initiatives, encourage youth participation in cultural arts and festivals, economic diversification, support renewable energy initiatives, foster agricultural innovation, promote creative industries, sustainable urban planning, focus on climate-resilient infrastructure, enhance public transportation, protect green spaces and coastal zones, social integration and migration management, create fair housing regulations, offer cultural orientation programs for expatriates, provide incentives to reduce brain drain, governance modernization, digitize public services, increase civil service efficiency, implement participatory decision-making framework. By embracing both change and continuity, Barbados can navigate its path forward while preserving its rich cultural heritage. Conclusion. As I have articulated, balancing modernization with cultural preservation will be key for our future. This complex blend, which reflects a range of influences from the Arawak and Carib peoples to British colonialism and the legacy of sugar and enslaved labor, is the source of Barbados's cultural sovereignty. Thus, investing in community-driven sustainable practices helps ensure that progress does not erode the very fabric of Barbadian identity. Thank you for joining us today to explore these intricate themes of cultural, social, and economic development in Barbados. For a deeper look, we encourage you to read An Island Balancing Heritage and Modernity on the World Stage, copyright 2026, 1966 to 2026, ISBN 978-976-97-82624 by yours truly, Dr. William Anderson Gittins, DD, on independent.academia.edu, William Gittins. Join us next time for more insights into Caribbean culture and development. Until then, stay curious, thank you, and God bless.